And don't forget the prize money, plenty at stake for all the non-league clubs in action. And first up, Southport of the conference were in their gold-coloured shirts and hoping they'd strike gold against Notts County. In the commentary box at Hague Avenue, Barry Davis.
2 forward for Notts County, it's not going to reach them. On by Neil Gibson. Running again, and the first corner of the match is won by Dean Howell. Now, he was chatting to a lot of the county players before the kickoff, and clearly intent on making an impression. Dean Howell began his career at Notts County, so a special day for him. Mark Winstanley has come up at the back of the box. There's Lloyd Williams a bit further over. Not well away. Rather poke shot in the end from Steve Pickford. Didn't have very much time. Corner neither well defended nor well taken. Danny Stone with plenty of room to move into. Cass to the right, Alsop to the left. Shot not memorable. Michael Bruff, back again to Stone. 3 against 2 in the defender's favour in the middle. That's a good shot, and Alsop gives Notts County the lead. Struck it well, coming in the 8th minute of the match. His 7th goal of the season. The header out by Lane was not a particularly good one. Goalkeeper hands to it, but couldn't sufficiently get weight on it to push it away. So, a confidence booster. The goalkeeper will be a bit disappointed having got there. Kasky started his career at Spurs. Alsop might be able to collect that. Goalkeeper off his line does well. He had some responsibility for the opening goal. He's in a way made up for it with that save. Alsop. And Gibson didn't like it, and then Kasky, it was not much more than a pat on the cheek, suddenly blowing up out of nothing. Challenge was late, there was no doubt about it. Gibson didn't like it, and he raised his hand first, and then Kasky patted him on the cheek. Whether the referee is going to see it as more than a pat remains to be seen. Well, 2 yellow cards are shown, presumably 1 for the foul and 1 for the raising of the hand. So they make up a red, and Darren Kasky is off. Jones, Clark didn't really want to be given that, and also with a chance to make it 2, which he does. A real mess, and the error really by Jones. Clark didn't want the ball back, couldn't control it, and also scores his 2nd, and gives Notts County needed distance between themselves with the 10 men that they have playing the 11 of Southport. Well taken again by the Australian, bided his moment, placed it well. Change in the expression, but he's got to be feeling a bit more comfortable now. Jones. Clark. The score now is the same as that when Match of the Day last came to Hague Avenue for a cup tie. But here's Pickford, makes it 2-1. And another defensive error, this time at the other end. Played in by Jones, who made the mistake. Good flick on by Whitehall. Should have been cleared. Pickford took advantage of the fact that it wasn't. Mistake was by Stone. The goal was by Pickford. First challenge is for Fenton. Steve Pickford. It's his goal which lifted things at Hague Avenue just before half-time, but that was a real chance. It was a good header, but it was not on target. And now here's Pickford. Scored one. Has he scored two? He has! Beautifully played forward. The goalkeeper came off his line a bit, and in the end it proved to be a bit too much. Over his head by Pickford, and it's 2-2. Nicely played by Whitehall. Good chest trap, good ball forward, and again, excellent finish by Pickford. He's had 3 chances in the match, and he's taken 2 of them, and he was pretty close with the other one. That's what he's been brought on for, in particular. Howell. Whitehall, Thompson. Pickford. Oh, he's found Whitehall. Just that little bit of hesitation by Steve Whitehall. And it's a corner. But there was a chance here. Thompson on the near post, Whitehall in the centre of the 6-yard box. 4 to come from the 18-yard line. Good back flick, good nod down. Pickford, got to be careful. Oh, and he wasn't. This is Allsop, and he's got support from Bluff. Goalkeeper's come right off his line. The goal is now covered. And the man who got back was able to get it away. Pickford who gave it away. Allsop, goalkeeper comes off his line here, and Clark decides his best bet is to cover on the angle, gets to the goal, comfortable header away in the end. Southport management and coaching team waving their side forward. Such a chance for them. This is Thompson. And Thompson makes it 3-2. And suddenly his face is creased and smiles. And it's mirrored by manager and crowd alike. Found the space, Thompson. Beautifully played through. Clearly onside. And a very good finish. The conference side in front for the first time. And it's asking a lot now of the 10 men of Notts County. Very confident finish. Jupp. Heffernan. In Barraclough. Every man behind the ball, bar 2 for Southport. And they waited rather than going for it. Good header by Pickford in extremis. This is Allsop. Couldn't turn on it. Rather panicky clearances. Good pressure this from Notts County. Anxiety showing. Whitley, crowd want the final whistle. They're going to have to wait a bit yet, even though we're in the last minute. Clark hounding in on it, gets it away, but not well. Whitley, real determination by Whitehall. Take your time, says Thompson. That's a really good ball by Whitehall. Showed really good vision. Chance for Chris Lane. It's all over now. Oh, a good play by Whitehall. And another excellent finish. And Southport have beaten the league side. Really, really good vision. And a cracking finish by Chris Lane. No chance at all for the goalkeeper on that one. They can stop feeling anxious now. The final whistle is blown. It's a memorable day at Hague Avenue. Phil Wilson's team with 2 of the goals coming from Steve Pickford, the other 2 from Thompson, Peter Thompson and Chris Lane, producing a 4-2 victory after the league side, Notts County, were 2-0 ahead, both the goals coming from Allsop. How much the sending off turned the game will be a matter of debate with different views, I'm sure, from the 2 managers. Southport were coming back at the time, but even so, against a conference side playing with such confidence, it was very difficult, in the end impossible for the 10 men of County to hold on. 4-2, a memorable victory for Southport of the conference.
And taking nothing away from the quality performance that you found after a slow start, I'm sure that your opposite number will point to the sending off of Darren Caskey.
Yeah, that was a big turning point. You know, I still felt with 11 men on the park we would have, you know, still come back at them. And before he went off, we had 4 or 5 good chances, and the keepers made some good saves. You know, we probably had more chances than them, and they've stuck 2 in the nets.
I thought at times we didn't play too badly. I thought with the 10 men, I thought I could see us keeping the ball, but once it got to 2-2, they just lifted the game and they went on to win the game.
Who do you fancy now then?
I fancy a home game against somebody we can win, and then we want a Man U, a Liverpool or an Everton.
So you mean you want to make us wait for the live match until round 3?
Yeah, we want a game where, you know, we can get out there and win the game and try and get the look of the draw in the 3rd round. As a player, I got the 3rd round 2 or 3 times, and I always ended up with a poor team in the 3rd round, and it's about time my luck changed.
You're a Southport resident and very happy, I would imagine.
Yeah, delighted for them, and delighted for the people behind the scenes as much as anything, the kind of unsung heroes at the football club. They're doing very well in the nationwide conference. I think the 4th, they've got a big squad. Obviously the money that can be generated from the FA Cup run will help them, and they probably just about shaded it today, but I have to say that the sending off of Darren Caskey was certainly the key, because I think the first half very much even, Stephen. Definitely a yellow for the tackle, there's absolutely no doubt about that whatsoever. Then it's a little bit of a, I don't know, you call it a slap on Gibson, which I didn't think warranted another yellow. But you raise your hands, Ray, you run the risk. This, I thought, was a real defining moment, because they went with 10 men to make it 2-0 Notts County. Then this happened just before half-time, Pickford the scorer. So Southport go in on the up, as it were, 1-2 down at half-time, and then this is, you know, the ceiling of a great performance. Second half, the 4th goal from Chris Lane. I doubt whether we'll see too many better finishes in the whole of the FA Cup. So, yeah, delighted for them. A little bit sorry for Notts County. Even with 10 men, they did make it difficult. But, yeah, great for Southport.
And your dad used to play for Southport?
Yeah, my dad, Tommy, used to play, in the Northern Division of the old Division 3. So, yeah, he'd have been pleased.
Well done, Southport. Let's get the average up on the goal rate in this programme. Southport weren't the only non-league club to do well.